Hello, my friend. Long time no see, probably more than even 2 weeks. No time for recording anything, nothing on my face. I got some, I did not get, but my little one got really cute things. So, and she's not the type to wear them at the moment, so I just kind of borrow them for this video. Mess. Anyway, but I finished a sweater, and if you are interested, I finished the sweater a week after the last episode. I finished the sleeve. I did have, I think, something that I showed you last time. Hopefully I remember. Therefore, let me show you the full thing. Do I have the photo? Hopefully, before I edit something, I might have, I may not have. Hard to say. So here it is. Here is the sweater, and I haven't blocked it fully after finishing, and I still have some ends to weave in, as you can see over here, but I classify it as finished. Thank you so much. I already wore it for our walk, so I think that's official that it's in use. I blocked the center just to make sure what kind of gauge I have, and I had, listen carefully, 29 stitches. You see, this is DK weight yarn. I know normally with DK, when you have stockinette stitch, you're going with the 20 stitches. However, the gauge for the pattern was written for the pattern itself, which I didn't swatch, and therefore, listen carefully, I have 29 and the pattern is 24. I used 5mm recommended needle size, and I'm not sure how would I go with this number to pick the number, the size of the knit for the knitting needles that I would need to have to knit this sweater, because I don't think just going one size would sort out the problem in regards to my gauge. Just saying. So you can see my design is not so much stretched. If you compare it to the designer, check it out, like maybe compare her neck to the pattern itself, and maybe check now me, it does not stretch that much. So you could see my one should happen almost like my neck size ish, I think, anyway. But I'm happy with the way it's structured, yeah, I think I told you all most of it. So we start from the neck, you knit in around, you do either or not shorter shaping. I pick it up to do shorter shaping. That's why my front is lower than the back. It's all in this 1 by 1 ish, I'm not telling, pattern. Then you switch and you're knitting a yoke, and you make these beautiful things on the side. What else? Until you reach a certain section, and then you knit front and you knit back for a bit for the length of the this opening, and then you join together, and then you knit in around. That's how I did it. And then I went and did this with the 3mm, that was 5mm, so you could see what kind of fabric you get with DK weight yarn per se. Hopefully the camera is showing you. It's lovely, lovely. Finish with tubular bind off. I call it tubular, but I think designer in the pattern has something else. I hope we have both the same thing in mind. If you've knitted this sweater, let me know. And I didn't use cable needle. I used just 9-inch circular knitting needles to do cables. So if you're not a cable fan per se, maybe that will help you. I liked it because I could kind of hide it while I was knitting the rest rounds where you don't need the cable knitting needle, therefore, and it was for me kind of safer way than just putting them in back and, you know, all the fuss, especially when you're knitting when you have a small kiddo. Now officially our one is 5 months, and I would say from 4 months on it's hard to knit. So the only place I could knit was when we were driving. So as a passenger, on the passenger seat, I was able to knit something, or if they both synced to sleep. I have 2 kids and they're 2. So then I knitted one sleeve, and I will know exactly which one is it because I followed the direction for the designer, which if you check, maybe I'll show you some photos. It's those 3 side pieces that run over here will go to one of those kind of, let's say, petals of this design. And I thought, why it's not centralized? Why it's not in the center? Therefore, so it's like, it's not biggie, you know, to do this. It's just you shift it slightly. So I have it over here. And I think it's prettier, it's symmetrical, more symmetrical. I like it this way. So I probably would have done it first time if kind of copied in earlier. Therefore, if you haven't knitted this sweater and you're just looking for some inspirations and stuff like that, you can do it. Just telling you. Just double check what you have with the size. And then also what I did, it's different, is that the designer, even on her tutorial, will show you that she has something similar that she has on her side, which looks beautiful, and you know, you may have it. And as you can see, going from the side over here, I don't have this thing, and she makes the creases. I haven't done any because once I blocked the body section, I noticed my gauge is way off what designer wants. Therefore, I need to be very careful in regards the arms, a number of stitches over that. Therefore, I decided not to decrease, and I noticed that this pattern would break half. Like, you know, in my size, it breaks over here. This is the half of, let's call it the flower, okay? The half of the flower here. And I have the same thing on the other side, as you can see. I think she has the full. So basically, I presume the sizes goes like it's finished on the full or it's finished on the half. Therefore, in the arm, it was the same thing. But I was wondering how it's going to end overall and on the round. If I had those stripes, let's call them that way, you know, those ribbing things, because at some point you don't have to decrease, but you still follow them. I mean, I think there's just one that goes, but it's like goes between, I think, I'm not sure. And I was thinking, like, if I do it without decreases, I will have all the pattern if I just switch those section, because it was perfect for this half that I was missing of this flower. Therefore, I did that on both. But like I said, it's the placement of the flower itself, the motif, it's different on one sleeve and different on another, which no one will ever know. No one will ever know. Even the knitter may not ever know, because some, if they look from this side, would presume that the other one looks exactly the same. And if they see me on the other side, they would presume that it's exactly on the other side. And I don't think ever in the future, even, someone will actually knit the way I knitted, that one is different than the other one. I presume not, because if you're watching this video, you will make up your mind what you want to do, my friend. Do you want to do it how designer did it, and you don't mind with a asymmetrical thing? Because I think it's slightly asymmetrical, but it could be a feature of the knitting design. Or you just want to have it symmetrical, and then you're like, whew, if you're a person who loves symmetrical things, it will solve your thing. So slow down. Just double check those stitches that you have under here in my at least size. And I've knitted, oh, she has them like sectioned, and I have the third one. Either it's medium large or it's large extra large. I think medium large. I think that's why I knitted. I didn't knit the largest one. I presume probably I should. And so I have left, I have one ball left. And do I have anything else left? And a bit. And I had, I think, 14 or 15 balls altogether. So, that'd be interesting how much I used. So maybe on the screen somewhere over here you have it written down, and I will just weight it. I did weight it, but I did not write down anything anywhere. And I thought I'm going to remember, and obviously I don't. Right, I want to keep it short and sweet. Any more information, I'll try to pop it on the screen maybe now, in case something kind of pops in that it's like I want to really tell you. In regards finishing the sleeves, the designer tells you to do the same length as this hem, I think that's how you call it, the bottom of the sweater. Therefore I knew how many rounds I need to do, which was like, woo, we were flying with it. The same finishing. The only thing I know, so tell you that knitting with a 3mm on DK weight yarn, it's hurt my hands. It slowed me down and hurt my hands, especially it's 1x1, which is twisted. Am I saying right? You knit through the back leg, so I hope I'm saying it right. It's twisted knit stitch, but the purl is like a proper one. And if you know me, I like my continental purl or something like that. But in this sweater, every single purl over here is a standard purl. I don't want to say normal, but because but I want to say standard. So I really worked on it to move the yarn all the way around that I normally do. And if you wrap the yarn different way, clockwise, anti-clockwise, I don't remember, I think it's anti-clockwise, you will create twisted purl stitch on the back, on the wrong side of the fabric. Is it the same kind of twist then you would do the twisted purl? I'm not sure, I've never checked, but I think not. And I always was wondering, maybe someone will do, just maybe make one day, I'll make a 1x1 purl, and I will make one purl the old way I was doing and the standard way, and then see on the right, will they be symmetrical or they twist all the time the same way? Over here, when I'm looking at it, they twist all the time the same way in regards to the knit twisted. Hopefully, anyway, if you check that. So I presume, I'm just presuming, I've never checked, that's the way. So let me take any decent photo for the shoop. How to make it. Okay, that's the best I can do. When I put it on, it's a little bit short, I would say, but I have high waist trousers. I'm losing weight. I'm noticing now with my shorts. Like this. So we shall see how it goes. In regards then the fit, because now it's fitted, but I can do that French tuck, as you can call it, with sweaters you do these days, when I wear like my I think they call mummy's jeans or something like that. I don't care. And yeah, so I'm very happy with it. I'm rolling the top because I did not knit it on the 3mm, I knit on 2.75, though with the same 9-inch circular needle that I used as a cable needle. But overall, I recommend it to anyone. However, if you're a mother with 2 kids, maybe don't do what I did, because it's toughie. It'd be way easier, but then it's a bigger challenge, and then you have a bigger reward when you finish it. I think that's just achievement is kind of more valued by me, I think, if I've knitted without having kids, I think. So you play with it. I really enjoyed it. I really liked it. Would I knit it again? Yes, I would, if I had more time and not other things that I want in it. I would love to make a vest out of it. Maybe one day I will make a vest, because I saw some people made a vest and it looked really, really cute, but I would make it maybe longer. I probably would use the same yarn because it's quite affordable. It's okay, if you're watching first time and you don't want to go somewhere else to watch it, it's KARISMA Drops. So this is a non-superwash 100% wool. We have over here in 100 meters, so 109 yards, 50 grams. That's why I said I needed 14, I think. Maybe I have 15, I don't remember, but I have a video. I mean, on some episode, I'm telling you how many balls I got. So please go back to that, because I will not have time to do that. Color 44, which... yeah, and I used this lovely bag when I was knitting sleeves, just to secure the body, not to get anywhere. And basically I was just flipping the sleeve like that. After a while you can do it when it's kind of bigger size, maybe up till here, then you just go like this. Otherwise I was just going around at the beginning of this round. Yeah, is there anything else I want to say? So if you have something like this, you might be interested to use it, to knit this. Yeah, I knitted on the 16-inch cable up till here. No, 9-inch cable. Then I went to, I think, 60 centimeters, which will be I don't know, 32, I don't know, slightly bigger, like something like that. It's not 80 centimeters, so it's not 32 inches, something, well, it's between 16 and 32. Is there a cable, maybe 25 or something like that? I might have used that. And I used different knitting needles. I used, like I said, wooden, and I went with hayas, and then I went to, no, maybe I went to plastic from Knit Picks, and I went to hayas very sharp. Actually, I'm like, whoa, I was slightly afraid to knit them new babies, so maybe don't recommend that. So Knit Picks was good choice, and I really enjoyed actually plastic with wool. I don't know why. I do not like plastic needles, knitting needles with the plastic yarn, so I'm talking about acrylic or anything like that, because there is some kind of sparkles going on when I'm touching people and so on. So yeah, I put this lovely bag in it here, and I have obviously knit for a bit. And it took me, I started on my birthday, so in March, and now it's June, but maybe 1st or somewhere like that, I would say I finished it. So do the math for me. Yeah, so it took me a while, but like I said, not so much time to knit, but you can see stitch by stitch, and eventually you will have something beautiful that you finished. And I love the texture of it, beautiful design, beautiful written pattern. Although I said to Yi before that the chart very tiny, and even if you print it, it was kind of blurry. So I don't know, check it out before you print, see what you can do. If you want it slightly bigger, pay attention to all the pieces, because I kind of thought that everything goes with the same kind of pattern, but at the end it didn't, so I had to frog a bit or plait something with a bit, which actually I think I mentioned something about having more stitches coming over here. It did not make any difference, to be honest. I could have those extra ones just because you have a certain number of stitches you have to have through the whole round recommended by the designer. Therefore you have to kind of pick up more in just one bit than you have along the way, if that makes sense. So if you have extra, that's even better, I think. Don't take my word for it, read the pattern first, and then decide for yourself. So just to close it up, I've noticed in my February socks, the design, I'm just showing you, I noticed that I haven't waved ends. I made the video and everything like that, so that's something that I need to do in a while. I haven't worn these, obviously, so therefore I was thinking to have them to give the birth to my lovely son in February, but he decided to come in slightly earlier, and therefore I didn't. So they might be used for as a gift, because I think it's like a token, it's like a talisman, it's something that with a good thing and good thought. So hopefully whoever got my socks ever feels that way when they wear them. So hopefully if you received ever my socks, just leave a comment down below. I'd be happy to hear that you still have them, or you gave them to someone to wear them, or so on so on. So that's that. And I also have socks on the go. Unfortunately the bag's not here, therefore I'm not going to show you, but I think I'm knitting opal and I'm on the 2nd tube. I haven't finished the first. I mean, I need to do the tubular bind off and knit a heel. I haven't done that, so just quickly, bye bye. I hope you enjoyed this one. See you till next one. Bye.